morning, everyone. All right, so we've been solving inequalities for a while and graphing. So now we're going to solve by multiplying and dividing. And just as I told you with adding and subtracting, the process is exactly the same as it was for equations. So solve and graph. Remember, the first thing we want to be sure of is that the variable is on the left. And it is. N divided by 3 is less than 2. What number divided by 3 is less than 2? So first we're going to draw the mirror. The opposite of dividing by 3 is multiplying by 3. So we still do the inverse operation. Negative 3 and times 3 cancels, so we still have n is less than. If we look on the right side, we have 2 times 3, and that is 6. So our solution is n is less than 6. Now we're going to graph it. We're going to put an open circle at 6. You're going to match the arrow in the inequality with the arrow on your number line. So we're going to darken our line going to the left. Remember, that is telling you that any integer on that number line that is darkened is a solution for n. So any number less than 6 could be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, etc. Number 2, 12 times what is less than or equal to 24? Is the variable on the left? Yes. Draw your mirror. 12k means 12 times k. That's multiplication. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. To show division, we draw a fraction bar. So we're going to divide both sides by 12. 12 divided by 12 cancels. So you should have your piece of paper out in front of you right now, copying all of these notes down. 24 divided by 12 is 2. Put your box around your solution. And now we're ready to graph. Put your circle at 2. Match arrow for arrow. This one's going to be going to the left. So all of these numbers, including 2, would be less than or equal to 2. So if you need to pause this video, feel free to pause it at any time if I'm going too fast. The first thing we always want to check for is to be sure that the variable is on the left. If the variable is on the left, we're going to go ahead and draw the mirror. What number divided by 4 is less than or equal to negative 1? What number divided by 4? So the opposite of dividing by 4 is multiplying by 4. So we're going to multiply the left and the right by 4. Cancel. Over here we have k is less than or equal to. Now we go back to the rules for integers. A negative times a positive is a negative. So k is less than or equal to negative 4. Put your circle at negative 4. Less than or equal to is a closed circle. Now you're going to decide in which direction are you going to darken. So we're going to match arrow for arrow. Darken the line going to the left. And we're done. 3/4 times what is greater than 15? So we're going to draw the mirror. The variable's on the left. So this is asking 3/4 times what? The opposite of multiplying by 3/4 is dividing by 3/4. Now remember, when we divide 3/4 by 3/4, we do keep it, switch it, and flip it. So this is what we're going to do to solve. We're going to do the inverse operation. We're going to actually multiply both sides by 4/3. When you're multiplying by 4/3, you're actually dividing by 3/4. So on the left, I'm going to put times 4/3. And on the right, I'm going to put times 4/3. And I can put a 1 underneath the 15. Focusing on the left side of the inequality, my 4's are going to cancel and my 3's are going to cancel. So we have b is greater than So now I'm focused right up here on 15 times 4/3. Cross cancel the 3 and the 15. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Solution, B is greater than 20. Now, notice that this number line doesn't have any numbers on it. But remember what I told you last week. You're going to put the solution in the middle. You're going to put one number to the right and one number to the left. Put your circle at 20. Match arrow for arrow. So this line is going to be darkened going to the right. We're looking for any number that would be greater than 20. Number 5, make sure the variable is on the left, which it is. My m is on the left. What number divided by 12 is greater than 4? What number divided by 12 is greater than 4? Draw your mirror. The opposite of dividing by 12 is multiplying by 12. So you're going to multiply both sides by 12. On the left side, your 12s are going to cancel. And 4 times 12 is 48. Put 48 in the middle, 49 to the right, 47 to the left. Open circle at 48. That line is going to get darkened going to the right. So we're looking for any number that's greater than 48. If you need to pause this, rewind it if I'm going too fast, feel free to do that. First thing we always want to check for is make sure that your variable is on the left, which it is. Draw your mirror. So this is asking 5 times what is less than 135. So the opposite of multiplying by 5 is dividing by 5. So now I'm going to come over here and divide 135 by 5. So 135 divided by 5 is 27. So on the left, my 5s are going to cancel. So I have Z is less than 27. Put 3 marks on your number line. We've got 27, 28, and 26. Open circle at 27, and this line is going to be darkened to the left. All right, real world problem. You earn $6.50 per hour at your summer job. Write and solve an inequality that represents the number of hours that you need to work in order to buy an iPhone that costs $429. You earn $6.50 per hour at your summer job. Write and solve an inequality that represents the number of hours you need to work in order to buy an iPhone that costs $429. Read and reread. You earn $6.50 per hour at your summer job. Write and solve an inequality that represents the number of hours you need to work in order to buy an iPhone that costs $429. So the first thing we're going to do is define the variable. What is the X going to mean? Well, in the question it says, write and solve an inequality that represents the number of hours that you need to work. So let X equal number of hours to work. That's what we're trying to figure out. How many hours do I have to work to buy my iPhone? The total cost of the iPhone is going to go on the right side of your inequality. Now, if I earn less than $429, can I buy the iPhone? No. If I earn more than $429, can I buy the iPhone? Sure, maybe I'll have some left for an accessory. If I earn exactly $429, can I buy the phone? Yes. So I need to either earn exactly $429 or a little bit more. Well, I know I'm earning $6.50 at my job per hour. So $6.50 times X, remember X is representing the number of hours that I need to work. $6.50 times how many hours would be greater than or equal to the $429 cost of the phone? All right, so I'm going to put 6.5x is greater than or equal to $429. I'm going to draw my mirror. The opposite of multiplying by 6.5 is dividing by 6.5. So I'm going to come over here, 429 divided by $6.50. I'm going to drop off the 0 to make my math easier. Now, remember what we have to do with that decimal? Look down here at the lower bottom. I'm going to slide that decimal to the right, which means that I have to add a decimal, add a 0, and move that decimal to the right. So my decimal is going to be sitting up here. 65 cannot go into 4. 65 cannot go into 42. 65 goes into 429 6 times. 65 times 6 is 390. Nine minus 0, borrow. 12 minus 9 is 3. Drop the next 0. Oh, I see 390. Didn't we just get 390 when we multiplied 65 times 6? And we're looking for the number 390 again? Well, if 65 times 6 was 390, then 65 times 6 is going to be 390 again. Remainder 0. So I need to work 66 hours. So X will be greater than or equal to 66 hours. All right, so that's it for the notes. So now you guys are going to do page 342 on the box page from Big Ideas.